Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Well, greetings, football family. Happy Football Sunday to the fam. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. My name is Benton. We're back, family, after a weekend off, after a Thanksgiving break. Come on, family, how was your Thanksgiving break and how was your vacation away from all the football madness?
You know what? At my house, every Sunday is Thanksgiving, so we're not really big fan of Thanksgiving over here. We don't eat turkey, so it was okay. I just relaxed. It was a day off. Football. Whenever we don't have football, it's like something is missing. So I'm glad we're back. I'm glad football is back. My side has stressed me, but I'm glad football is back.
Yeah, football never went anywhere, family. This is just we took a break. It must be the defeat that Chelsea suffered yesterday. Why come on and get our words crossed? So, football family, we're all about reviewing some of the week's major news in the world of football. The week that was Ball Chat Podcast. You know how we do it. It's a live and interactive show. We're looking forward to the family chime in and take part in the show. We're going to get an assessment on Der Klassiker, review the Bayern Munich Borussia Dortmund matchup, and Jude Bellingham had a lot to say after the game. Match fixing thing the man talk about, come on. We're also going to review the EPL, the week that was in the EPL. We had midweek games in the EPL. We're going to look at the weekend scores and get ready for Champions League matches coming down in the middle of the week. We'll also have Yard Ballers highlighting Jamaican football players playing the trade overseas. We'll highlight Jamaican football. Big up to Shamar Nicholson as he scored another goal. And we also get a women's football report. Long time we don't talk to the family. Kadish officially, I guess Chelsea won a game, so Kadish are forward. But we always start off with ballers and bugs. Ballers being an impressive players of the week. Football family, if you have ballers, send them on. If you have bugs, send them on. Come on, ballers of the week, family. Who do you have?
I have a couple. So, Patrick Schick of Bayern Leverkusen with 4 goals and 1 assist. His team won 7-1. I have to give it up to him. It's a hat trick and 1 an assist. So the man is on fire. Origi, who we can always call Mr. Dependable, in break my heart yesterday, but it is what it is. You always hear me say, son, I'm a baller. Son, I'm a baller. And I carry them and I carry themselves over Hurricanes. Son is my baller. And if you watch the Spurs game today versus Norwich, you would realize that Son is really the engine of Tottenham. So Son had a goal and 1 assist. So he's also there. We have to give honorable mentions to coaches and sucky sides who we don't really expect nothing of. So David Moyes and West Ham. West Ham has beaten the top 3 teams this season. So David Moyes is actually doing something well. Then beat my Chelsea, heartbreak. But we also have to give it up to Steven Gerrard and Antonio Conte. Spurs is on 3 straight wins in the English Premier League. So all my ballers, honorable mentions, I'm going to go over them because Benton never listen. Patrick Schick of Bayern Leverkusen. Origi of Liverpool, Son of Spurs, and my honorable mention, David Moyes, Steven Gerrard, and Antonio Conte.
All right, I'm football family. I'm not even going to read them out, but we want to big up Antonio Conte in that baller list that come on highlighted. You know what? About a week or so ago, Antonio Conte said that Spurs was not a high level, right? Come on and look at Spurs now, right?
3 in a row.
Yes. A few, about 10 days ago, he said they were not a high level. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Ballers being the impressive players of the week and bugs being the unimpressive. I really appreciate everyone joining in. I see the family running in. Smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we do this every Sunday, 5 Eastern Standard Time. My ballers of the week, family. I got 2 ballers of the week. I have to big up Bernardo Silva of Man City. Scored 2 goals yesterday. Bernardo Silva is playing at another level. He's been excellent for Man City. He's probably been their MVP so far this season. It's not the high value, the high transfer Jack Grealish. It's not Ruben Diaz. It's not Edison. It's not Pep Guardiola. It is Bernardo Silva, ball of the week, 2 goals yesterday, and he's scoring some magnificent goals. So big up to Bernardo Silva as he continues the fantastic run that he's in and a fantastic week. And I also want to give a ball of the week to the one and only Mr. Mertens, Dres Mertens of Napoli. Big up yourself, family. Yes, Napoli had a roller coaster week. They beat the brakes off Lazio 4-0 as they unveiled the Diego Maradona statue, as they unveiled that statue. But Dres Mertens scored 2 spectacular goals last Sunday. He scored a goal against Sassuolo in the middle of the week, and he scored a goal yesterday in the loss to Atalanta. So Dres Mertens was fantastic. He's going to get a ball of the week from me. Big up yourself to Dres Mertens, ball of the week, and Bernardo Silva, ballers of the week for me. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Come on, who do you have as your bugs of the week? Unimpressive players.
But I think I'm tired of Georgino. I don't know what Georgino even make it on the list if in a good company like with a balloon there. It's whatever. Georgino, 2 games in a row, massive errors from Georgino. And not only that too, the man of the nerve for a smile after I make the mistake out up on the pitch. I don't get it. This is how I know that I miss Kante. And to some extent, I miss Ben Chilwell. I really need Georgino to kind of relax himself and stop make the fool mistakes. We went from a team that wouldn't allow goals to be scored on, to concede 3 goals in 1 game. It's ridiculous. Mendy get a little bug because the second goal, Mendy should have saved the second goal. The third goal, we don't know what it was, a cross, a shot. I don't know. Mendy, we need you to be our Mr. Dependable. And I also want to give bugs to the VAR referee, Paul Tierney, and referee Michael Oliver for taking away Villa's goal today. Listen, the goalkeeper did not have possession of the ball. The goalkeeper did not have control of the ball. The goalkeeper did not grab the ball. The goalkeeper never punched the ball, but never grab it, touch him on, go out there. Michael dropped on the ground. I don't know why Michael was holding his hand because nobody fouled that man. And for VAR and Michael Oliver to take away Villa's good, well worked goal, well, basically out of nothing goal, was really disappointing. And see, karma, they got their goal back and they got their win. So, Georgina for me, Mendy, VAR ref Paul Tierney, and center referee Michael Oliver they get my bug.
Bugs of the week. Football family, really appreciate you taking the time and joining us on Ball Chat Podcast today. We have breaking news. Come on, NYCFC has won the East in the MLS MLS playoff. They defeated the Philadelphia Union. Come on. Andre Blake, of course, Andre didn't play today, but feel sorry for the family at Philadelphia. Your thoughts quickly.
I thought they would have postponed the game until the core group for Philly. I mean, yes, a coach needs a pool of players to pull from, but you take out 11 starters, 11 solid players for Philly and give them a weakened squad to face a New York City FC, which, yeah, they have their issues. So I think 1 or 2 players were not able to play for New York City FC. But for Philly to be depleted, to me, it was just bad on the part of MLS. They could have kind of, held off a little bit so Philly could come back to their full strength. But hats off to New York City FC. I mean, they came back after going down a goal. Actually, it was our own goal. But anyway, they came back and they actually won.
Yeah, so football family, NYFC just defeated the Philadelphia Union in the Eastern Conference MLS Cup Championship. They now go MLS Eastern Conference title matchup. They now go on to play the Portland Timbers who are the Western champs in the MLS Cup coming up. So, boy, Philly, I saw you go. Wow, good. Let's resume ballers and bugs, family. Come on, just highlighted the series of bugs that I'm not going to repeat. Football family, Sean, big up yourself. I see your family. Sean says ball of the week. David Moyes, or Moyes, and the entire West Ham team. Definitely give David Moyes and West Ham. He also have Bugs of the Week, Mikel Arteta, and the entire Arsenal team for losing against Manchester United team, who everybody a beat. We'll get to that in our EPL roundup. Apparently everybody but Crystal Palace, as Manchester United defeated Crystal Palace earlier today. Big up Jamai Chelsea. Big up yourself, family running in from the UK. Jamai Chelsea said Bugs, Bugs Chelsea and FC Barcelona. So this listener's name is Jamai Chelsea. I hope the eye now give the eye Bug to himself. Come on. My bugs of the week. Come on, skipped over it, so I'm just gonna run with it. Jose Mourinho is the bug of the week. He probably will get bug of the year. Without hide and talk, Jose Mourinho, when he got the job at Roma, he said, quote, I have changed. To paraphrase, he says, I have changed. I am solid emotionally. I have improved. I will not get into any trouble. I'm not gonna pick on anyone. I'm here to do a job. He also spoke about the depth of his team and the project that they have going on at Roma. Well, enter this week, and the real Jose Mourinho stepped forward. Jose Mourinho and Roma lost. They lost a game in the middle of the week, and they lost yesterday to Inter Milan. At yesterday's post-match press conference, Jose Mourinho refused to answer any questions and said to the reporters, I have to laugh, he said to the reporters, quote, you have an easier job. Is that the statement? You have an easier job. That's why I make more money, or we make more money than you. To paraphrase the statement, bug of the week, Jose Mourinho comparing his work to the reporters, and so this is the reason why he gets more money than the journalists. Jose, the reason why you get such a lucrative salary and other coaches is because of the media. Those TV packages are huge. So you have beat the journalists, but those journalists and the media contribute to that hefty salary that you get in. So you get the bug of the week for arguing with the refusing to answer questions and talking about how you make a better salary, how coaches make a better salary than journalists because their job is more difficult, or the journalist job is easier. So bug of the week for me. Let's get to our EPL roundup. Dalton, big up yourself. Dalton says ballers is Salah, Origi, and West Ham. And of course, Dalton, bug of the week is Arsenal. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Let's get to our EPL roundup and our week that was in the world of football, starting with the EPL. Come on. 3-2 at West Ham in the London East versus West London derby. Your assessment on what exactly happened. I mean, we talked about Jorginho's mistake. We'll look at the table in a second. Mendy was bad, but you're a Chelsea fan. Take it away. Give us the biased coverage.
Why that for be biased? Nobody beat Chelsea hard like me. As I said, this is the second game in a row Jorginho make an error. And I don't get it. I don't want to say that Jorginho is a shoo-in. I don't think any player should be in a shoo-in. The first mistake he made, if you realize when he lost the ball, he stood there, he would trap back and try to recover versus Manchester United. I know versus West Ham, it was poor. And I need the coach to realize that some players cannot and should not be shoo-ins. If you make errors consistently, you should be benched. Or you should be penalized. Kerry, what I said, penalized. If you penalize a big bad Jorginho, but you can't make silly mistakes. Mendy, as a goalkeeper, I think his confidence has been rattled. He was firm. Everybody was telling him, "Oh, you should have won the Ballon d'Or. You were goalkeeper of the year. You were robbed." So we were filling up Mendy's head. Cause me too. And you used to say he's not, infallible. He made mistake in the Man United game, combat the same foolishness. I think he should save the goals that were scored on us. Not taking away anything from West Ham, because West Ham won out of nothing, basically. The game was pretty much even. Chelsea had a little bit more advantage when it came to the stats. We had shots on goal. We had possession. but it was just not enough. For us, the finishing was not there. Players were off, and yes, I'm not going to kill anybody because we are allowed to have bad games. We are allowed to falter. But we have to realize that if we want to be champions of the English Premier League, we have to be consistent on a weekly basis. And we can't drop points to teams like West Ham. Our Liverpool and a Man City, yes, because those two teams are playing out of their minds. But I don't expect a loss to our West Ham. So I expect our gaffer to kind of fix the ship, right it, because we're really not out of it. We're just in third. The points are really close behind. So we're not in panic mode. But we have to realize that we have to play football at the Man City and the Liverpool's level now because they have picked it up. Today I was refereeing and there was a striker, a boys U16 game, was a striker. Remind me of Lukaku. Big, strong, bully everybody, but had no technical ability. And guess what? He never scored today either. The same thing with Lukaku. And I was talking to the coach though about it was the issue is we spend all this money. Yes, he was injured, but how many games don't Lukaku play and him not score? 8, 9? It's just not good enough. Kai Havertz is just not good enough. I'm sorry, I'm still not sold on him. And Timo Werner, they say Manchester United want him. Manchester United, I will put gas in my car. Before I come to England, I'm driving over to you. That's how bad I need Timo Werner to go. So we have to do better. Reece never have a good game. But not done. We were just not good. And this is how I tell you that we know that we miss Conte. And I am going to eat grass and say Chilwell. Because remember when we got Chilwell, I was not sold on Chilwell. We need a man like Chilwell on the pitch. He was missed.
All right, come on, you can get just the comments that I send fast to you. Check out the comments. The family have some things to say to you. Chelsea's coach Thomas Tuchel says, quote, "We have to refocus and stop gifting goals." I mean, it's not panic station yet. I mean, in the EPL, it's really hard way as it seems. I mean, but it's not panic station yet. But the ease at which Chelsea gave up those goals. I mean, I think Mendy. Simple thing, Mendy. Simple thing. Don't get too big for your bridges, brother. Just kick with the ball. Kick with the ball. I mean, Jorginho needs to take some blame there, but just kick with the ball. Just simple kick with the ball. So looking at the table, I mean, you guys were at the top of the table for a while. Now Man City is at the summit. Your thoughts on the landscape of the table in the EPL? Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea.
1 second. It's what happened to Benton and Dalton, but we come on, I think we did top of the league. We were top of the league, Dalton. So I just don't understand. What are you saying? You know what? I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, Dalton, football family. Dalton says, "Wait, come on, me think under the day, and me think under the day at top of the league, cause every week you start on the top of the league." Yes, come on.
But Dalton, my friend, we were this week. We're not. This is how it is.
And big up, Sean. Sean says, "Come on, Mendy was the one to blame for the West Ham goal. He should have cleared the ball one time, but behave as if him a midfielder."
If not him go like he was Manuel Noah. I mean, like him alone. I mean, like I said it when I was watching. I said, why is Mendy going like him as a sweeper keeper? What is that madness? He never even want to talk about it.
So question before we go to the other weekend's result: would you bench Mendy, or just think that it is just a phase? He'll work through it.
I'll give him one more.
Okay.
I'll give him a next year. I think if he messes up, and let us be fair, because goalkeepers are as good as their backline, right?
Yes.
So if we continue, if we give him basket for carry water, and somebody goes and say, you should have stayed with, but at the same time, the players in front of him put him under pressure. Then yes, we can say, all right, then Mendy, we'll get next step. I would not bench him as yet because I still think he's a better keeper than Kepa, and we've seen Kepa make simple mistakes as well. So we just need to fix the gifting of of goals to the other team. And I think Mendy for now is okay.
Big up Dejan Davis. Dejan said, I said it last week. We weren't here last week, family. We were on vacation. But I remember the comment. Big up Dejan Davis. Dejan Davis says that, if I'm butchering your name, my apologies. Said it last week that Chelsea was Burnley with money. And you laugh. Who is laughing? No. Chelsea's system is
Hey,
too over
yo,
reliant on defenders scoring. Jamai Chelsea says bugs. Messi will get to the ball and door in a second there, Jamai. Hold that one there. Lukaku is basically Belgians Joe Ellington. The man just are going hardy. Um,
the Burnley one, this me me never even comment because, no. I just think we need to right the ship a little bit, and I think we'll be okay. It's early. It's early. We're just 2 points off at the top of the table. It's just early time.
it's early one. All right. But as Dalton said, every week you used to forward, so we are top of the table. You never early then
Oh, we're
time.
not early.
All right, just taking a look at the other scores from this weekend's action in the APL. Man City, of course, put Watford in their place. Your thoughts on other scores? Manchester United new manager Ralph Ragnick picked up his first victory. Stevie G and Aston Villa defeated Leicester City. And Newcastle finally won a game. Big takeaway from this weekend's EPL action. Come on.
You know what? I like it. I like a competitive. All right, I want my team to win, but on top of that, I want a competitive league. I don't want a one team to run away with it. We want to watch football. We want to make predictions, and our predictions don't come true because I never have West Ham beat Chelsea 3-2. Me never have Tottenham beat Norwich 3-0. Man U equals a 1-0 win versus Crystal Palace. Me never have Aston Villa beat Leicester City. So for me, I like when the games are competitive, good football too, not about like a boring football. So this weekend for me, I think the standout game, apart from Aston Villa beating Leicester, right? That was because Leicester is really wounded. It's like a badly wounded animal. That even on paper, the team just don't look good. They're not ready. I am really surprised that Tottenham equaled a 3-0 win versus Norwich because they're
Yeah,
equally
of course. Now
as bad.
Norwich is coached by Dean Smith. But
Yes. And Newcastle versus Burnley. And if you watch the Newcastle versus Burnley game, you you wonder why Newcastle is in a spot like this because they actually played good attacking possession based football.
can Eddie Howe save this Newcastle team? They're 19th in the table,
I
sitting on 10 points.
Well, I mean, no, I don't think so. I think no, I don't think Newcastle. Who was the bottom? Norwich down
Norwich and
there.
Burnley.
I don't think so. I don't think Newcastle unless they go there because now they have so much money. And they're looking at really good players out there. I don't think I think they're saying that money is not an object. So if they go there and they can bring in at least 2 to 3 good pieces to supplement maximum, they will be okay. And I think they'll be fine. But if they stay with these players, the same players, I don't think Eddie can save them.
Looking at the EPL table, Man City sitting on 35 points, Liverpool 34, Chelsea 33 points. Liverpool has been absolutely fantastic. Let me ask you a question regarding Liverpool. They got pushed yesterday by Wolves. One would argue that Wolves should have gotten something out of that game. But Liverpool, true to their form, fine with that winning mentality. Divock Origi at the end scoring. Can this Liverpool outfit, and we've asked this question so many times, can this Liverpool outfit juggle the Champions League and a tight EPL race with the like of a Chelsea or likes of a City that has more depth?
I don't think so. I don't think Liverpool is deep enough to maintain all these games throughout all these competitions. They don't have a strong enough bench. Granted, you have one and two persons like a Diva or you can bring off at the bench. I mean, like, and Wolves was tired too because it was a fast-paced game and the management skill of Klopp was really good. But I don't think over all the competitions that they have to play, they're going to be able to keep this top level, high level football.
So if you were,
I know they're not. But I know they're not going to buy anybody. They're not bringing anybody in January.
so because to be fair, in my opinion, in the Champions League, I think they can beat any team on any day. Do you think that Klopp will focus more on that big ears trophy than this EPL?
I think he would want to win both.
Both,
I
okay.
think he would focus on both. And I think he would have a better chance of winning the English Premier League than the Champions League.
Yep. All right, let's get through some of the comments. Sean said, with all that said, Mendy is your best keeper. Just a mistake, which he really makes. Good point. Yeah, I mean, Edward Mendy is definitely your best keeper. Dalton says, come on, you'll be eating those words. I don't know what words you'll be eating, but you don't know the Liverpool family will be here to definitely remind you. Big up Dejan Davis. Dejan says, Chelsea plays Sam Allardyce ball every week with 7 defensive players. Liverpool, with our high line counter-pressing style, have the most clean sheets in the league. Tuchel making wine with water. Wow, Mr. Davis.
Hey, yo.
Big up the Cash Red. Big up yourself, family. Big up.
Yo.
Go ahead. Come on.
All right, you can't done now. You can take off the knee from my neck. Take time.
But we'll see, family. We'll definitely see. Cash Red said, big up the best Jamaican band player, Raheem Sterling. Big up. Yeah, don't make the Leon Bailey fan them here and say that no Cash Red.
So what went that?
Cash Red said, big up the best Jamaican born player, Raheem Sterling.
In the English Premier League.
Yeah, it says, big up the best Jamaican born player, Raheem Sterling.
So hold on now. So Aston Villa fans, no. The Leon Bailey fans, them could I really disagree with that. So Leon Bailey better than Raheem Sterling. I
said don't let the Leon Bailey fans them hear you. All right.
It is what it is. It is what it is. There's no way. The only thing I take issue with is when somebody said that Raheem Sterling is the best winger in the world. Okay. No. But anyways, Raheem Sterling is the best English-born player in the English Premier League.
Best Jamaican-born player. Not English-born.
Yeah.
That's what him said. Him says best, and Cash Red said, Fox! Nah, take back him talk. All right. Come on, before we move away from the EPL, I want to get your thoughts on Ralph Rangnick. You know, he's about to take over. Well, he took over at the helm for Manchester United on a 6-month basis. Michael Carrick's last game was the game against Arsenal. First, before we go to Ralph, were you a bit disappointed that Arsenal didn't do better and try to take something from that game?
Disappointed? Arsenal is a walking barn disappointment.
But yeah, but I mean, from the Arsenal fans that we talked to, this is a new page in the recent weeks. It's been a new turn. They showed fight against Liverpool, even though they got the brakes beat off of them. Their manager was feisty on the sideline, and the Manchester United was ripe for the picking. They lost the game 3-2.
Arsenal players, I don't know if they are interested enough, like the Lacazette and the Abba. I just think Abba don't care. He has this thing where if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't play, the young players are the ones who are stepping up. Even Partey, sometimes they're like, okay, Partey, are you the Partey where everybody talk about? Ramsdale, some of the time, are the best player, the best Arsenal player on the pitch. So I don't know. I think Arsenal, they're rounding the corner. They're playing a little bit better. They're not being swept because then, if it was earlier in the season, Man U would have beaten them maybe a 4-0. But it was really a good was a good enough game for Arsenal. I just think Arteta needs to kind of freshen up his squad a little bit. Get some of the players who are not, sorry, don't seem committed enough or not playing, the Arsenal style of football. So I think Arsenal just need a little bit of freshening up. Don't get rid of Arteta because I think they'll do well under Arteta, and I think Arsenal will not probably be in Champions League contention, but I think they will be in Europa.
Arsenal takes on Everton tomorrow in the final match day for this match of this round. Looking at Ralph Ragnick, the man in charge now at Manchester United. Come on, Manchester United, I'll play press, high press. Fred has scored goal. Your thoughts on Ralph Ragnick, his 6-month appointment? He had a very interesting presser at a pre-match presser on Friday. Spoke about his plan. Spoke about the option. The board haven't spoken to him about extending or staying on longer. It's 6 months with the option to do some consultancy work afterwards. He said today after defeating Crystal Palace, the team is a lot better than he thought. Your thoughts? To paraphrase, the team is better than expected. I guess someone will say, what are you expecting for say?
Yeah, I was going to say that he's not a Conte. I mean, he's not rude like Conte. If you say exactly where he say Jose. I mean, Manu was okay today. It was only Crystal Palace. You have a man like Fred who is so inconsistent and everybody loves to cuss Fred. Really play good enough football today. And I mean, like we expect Manu to be Crystal Palace 1-0. When they play against better competition, then we'll come back to see if this coach is the right fit. For me, I thought that Manchester United would have done everything to keep Carrick, even on as their assistant or back part of the backroom staff. So it was kind of interesting to see that Carrick was allowed to leave, and get this man for 6 months. It's like, man, you don't know what they're doing. But, as Junior always said, trust the process.
Just big up, Junior. Big up yourself, family. I want to ask you, Rangnick is spoke about by many in the space as being a genius, air quote. He's football smart, He's credited with helping building the Leipzigs of the world and doing a wonderful job over Lokomotiv Moscow. He's looking to play high press football. Can this Manchester United side play high press football in your opinion?
They don't have the personnel to play high press football. Okay. They really don't. I mean, it would be interesting to see them try change it up. Cristiano Ronaldo cannot play high press football. Let us just see for. Yeah. And I don't think Harry Maguire is equipped enough to really mash out and squash out a counter after the high press. So I don't see high press is not Manchester United style. I mean, it's nice that the coach will want to come in and try something different. But I don't. It's not their style. They're not a Liverpool. Leave the heavy metal to Liverpool.
Yeah, big up to O'Neill Walker. Big up yourself. O'Neill has correctly stated that Michael Carrick decided to leave. Is that Manchester United make him what? The man want to chart him on course. So big up.
No, I said that. No, I said I'm surprised they allowed him.
I allowed him. Should try to convince him. I thought
they would have tried to keep him.
To try to convince him. All right, football family, we see you running in. See you. Go ahead and smash the like button. Come on, any comments you want to highlight from the family as we take a look at the table one more time. One more match is remaining for this match day in the EPL. Everton versus Arsenal. And Rafa Benitez needs a victory real bad. Marcel Brand, director of football at Everton, is out. He's parted ways. Why is Everton so bad? Come on. I think they're on a 7 games.
Everton, you know what? The lineup, the players on paper, when you look at them, you say, really, Everton have some good little players. But when they're on the pitch together, it's like it's not even a team thing. Like Everton seem lost. Like these players have not trained together, not played together. and they have one and two players that are good, and then you have the rest that are really, really bad. And I don't understand, because to me, Rafa Benitez is a good coach. You need something to fix. You need a club to be fixed. You need a club to be saved. You're bringing in Rafa.
Okay.
But I think Everton is going to be Rafa's downfall, because they're not playing, not even attractive football Everton is playing.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they spend so much money to get these players in. It is evil. I don't know. Yeremina is my baller, but my lord, man.
Yeah, Everton is also steering down the barrel of financial fair play rules because of they're on the and they're also trying to build a stadium. So the last game in match day 15 wraps up tomorrow. Everton versus Arsenal. All right, let's take a look at one of the big games that occurred this weekend. Come on, Der Klassiker, Bayern versus your big side, Borussia Dortmund. Come on. The sunrise, Junior always said the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And Bayern Munich beat Borussia Dortmund. What is new?
But it was a competitive game, and I think the referee, I have to be careful of my words, because
you're a referee. You're part of the union.
Yeah, I'm not part of the union. So I always say to them, my referee makes some calls, and the coach asked me when meeting, and I said, anything my center says, that's the same thing I say. So I am whatever. But the referee in that game, I think he influenced the game to a point where it kind of played on the players, on Borussia Dortmund players' psyche. Like, whatever we do, the ref is not going to call it. Whatever we get, the ref is not going to give us. And I do understand that is why VAR is there to assist. So sometimes we see something with our eyes. We think we see something with our eyes. And yet when you look at the monitor, it is completely different. In a game as hotly contested as this, with potential off the top of the table, you have two penalty calls. Yes, you think that, you know what, I think that this is what I saw happen. It wouldn't hurt you to take a look. The referee says he was in a better position to see, fine, but the video assistant referee who was in Cologne did not motion for him to go on review and did not see it. So he thought that it was okay. The penalties there were no calls. Then for the penalty now, what them give to Lewandowski, he said he was in a good position. He saw it. He didn't need to go look at VAR. He got it. Whatever. But the call that everybody's arguing about, Haaland was offside. If you look at the replay, look at the picture, his trailing leg was clearly offside, and that was in the build-up of whatever to get the penalty. So that's supposed to negate that. I don't like when players come out and say things about the referee. Yes, it's true. Yes, we are wondering if this referee was caught up in gambling, and in Germany they take these things seriously. So it's kind of weird that he was caught up in all this and still refereeing big games. He was supposed to referee third league, fourth league, fifth league, not these big games. But I don't like when players come out and are kind of rude, and that's what Jude Bellingham did. And I expect him to be fined and probably given a game or two.
Yeah, quoting Jude Bellingham after the game, he says, "For me, it wasn't a penalty. Hummels is not even looking at the ball, and he's fighting to get it. It hits him, and I don't think he's looking at the ball. You can look at a lot of other decisions in the game. You give a referee that has match fixed before the biggest game in Germany. What do you expect?" End quote. It's distasteful. It's distasteful. And referee Felix Weyer, who was a match official in that game, was suspended for 6 months in 2005 for getting caught up in a match fixing scandal. It's me here where I said, Jude, I understand that you're upset. I think it's distasteful. It sounds like a sore loser. It sounds like something that Jose Mourinho would say. At the end of the day, if there's issues with the referee calling the game, there's proper channel for Dortmund and Dortmund's administrators to execute the channel. This man even leave them things there alone, and I expect him to get fined. He should get fined because you can't question the integrity of the game them way there.
Exactly.
You know.
But it was an interesting game. The referee clearly made himself big. He made himself the story of the game.
Yeah, referee definitely did. Continuing our roundup. We're just gonna touch one more league before we get to upcoming games and yard ballers. The Scudetto is hot. Come on, the Scudetto is really hot. So we have to take a look at what's going on in the Scudetto. Are you surprised by Inter Milan's impressive play, knowing that Conte left Inter Milan, to start a new project here at Tottenham? Simeone, Inzaghi seem to have Inter Milan. They're sitting in second. Of course, AC Milan is still doing quite well. Are you surprised by what's going on with Inter Milan in this season's Scudetto? Defending champions, of course.
No, actually, no. I mean, the coach left. He didn't take the players with him. I mean,
yeah, but the Chelsea signed a big striker.
You need to stop it, You need to stop it. Just stop. Okay. So I'm not surprised. They're doing very well. They won 4 in a row, and then they drew the last one that they played. So something like that. Yeah. So I must say, I like when the game them tight. You know what? I'm surprised about Juventus because Juventus was struggling, and now they find themselves in fifth. Ways off for them to go with Roma and Lazio. My side, Atalanta. I think they beat Napoli yesterday.
Yes, they defeated Napoli 3-2 in a very, very good game.
A very good game. Nice, hotly contested game. So for me, Atalanta is my side. I'm happy for AC Milan. Zlatan is still showing us that age is a number. But I think Inter will be able to defend their title because they're playing good enough football. I think they have the goal difference for them is 24. They score 39 and 15. So Inter Milan kind of seem to figure out what they're doing.
Dejan Davis says, watch out for Sandro Tonelli. Yes, he's a good player. Promising young talent in that AC Milan midfield. Sandro Tonelli, very promising player. Come on, before we step and get your thoughts on the Ballon d'Or for a quick second here. Gasperini and Atalanta. They have a different model. They're doing things differently. They don't have a big budget. But they continue to be very competitive. They play some beautiful football, but they need to win a trophy. Yes.
I think.
Or is it unfair to measure? Unfair to measure Atalanta's expectation with a team that has a large stash of money sitting on, knowing that Atlanta.
No, but look here. But no, I disagree with that. You know why?
Okay.
Because we as football fans realize that not because a team spend a bag of money means that they're good enough or they're going to win a trophy. Look at Pep. If that was the case, Man City would have won Champions League because them spend this bag of money.
Fair enough. Look at Manchester United.
Yes. For Atalanta, I think from my problem with Atalanta is that they're not consistent enough. So they're in the league and they beat up all them little DVD beside for them to beat up. But when they play outside of the league, you're worried that, are they going to let it go? They're not going to score enough goals. They're not going to win. And if we want to consider Atalanta to be one of the best football teams in the Serie A, they have to win a trophy. They just have to win a trophy. So just putting up the numbers, always being top 5, it does not say that Atalanta is this great team. We want you to beat an AC Milan, beat an Inter, and be the champions of Syria. Then we say, but for now, if we just want to watch Atalanta and watch pretty football, that's fine. But I know they want to win some trophies.
All right. Before we step away from the Scudetto, just to make sure I get the quote of the one Mr. Jose Mourinho I spoke about earlier when I gave him the bug of the week. Jose says, quote, to the reporters, he says, quote, your job is a lot easier than ours, which is why we earn a lot more than you, end quote. Jose Mourinho and Roma sitting in 7th. They've lost a few games on the trot. Shall we stick a fork in Jose? Usually when Jose start panic and have these testy exchange with the press, it's probably time to pack him up at Roma. How many more games do you give him before he go crazy here?
The end of the season. I think if Jose don't finish top 5, I think he's going to have a meltdown. And I think Roma will probably say, you got to go. We give you all these players. You were doing well. Tommy was doing well. You're coming with all this big chat, so we expect you to really perform. They're not going to fire Jose before the end of the season because we still have about games left. And to be fair, Milan is on 38 points. Jose is 13 points behind. I mean, it's kind of rough to make it up, but they can be competitive.
Yeah. Good luck to Jose Mourinho, but the drama will definitely be entertaining. Speaking of coaches who got the boot, as we get ready to pivot from our football roundup, Jesse Marsh is out at RB Leipzig. Your brethren, Jesse Marsh, is out at RB Leipzig. Was this too big of a job for him to begin with? Come on, too early?
It's too early. I mean, they're so impatient, though. I mean, it's too early. I think they should have given him, a longer rope, make him on himself. But I think it was just too early for them to fire him. Anyways, FC Cincinnati wants a coach. Him can rope in. I don't know if LAFC get a coach because Bob Bradley gone a Toronto. Him can rope in. MLS is waiting. They take him, in a heartbeat. But I think he'll find a club that can use him. But I just thought it was just too early. We have to get rid of. We have to move away from the coach fail after 5 games. Get rid of him. You have to allow him to develop a system, a game plan, a report. It was just so crazy.
All right, as we get ready for women's football report, Khadija Fishley is waiting to give us our update on women's football. The Ballon d'Or award was handed out this week. Lionel Messi, of course, won his 7th. And yeah, big up to the Cristiano Ronaldo fan. But Alexis Putellas of Barcelona won the Women's Football of the Year. Come on, it's just a glitzy, fancy trophy. Your thoughts, and don't tick off the Ronaldo fans in your assessment of the Ballon d'Or award, please.
I really don't put a lot of stock in it. To be honest, yes, Messi is my baller. I'm I don't care. I don't care who win it this year. To me, I think Lewandowski deserved it over Messi, but it's not my call. People vote for them.
But Lewandowski got the striker of the year. Lewandowski family say he got robbed.
Yes, but them know them never give to him. So them create a new. It's just like when you got them tournament with the kids them, and you don't want nobody feeling, so you make trophy for first place and second place and third place. At the same thing, them create a new
trophy award, yeah.
Award for him and give it to him. It's crazy. I also thought that Mendy deserved it, not because Mendy is a Chelsea goalkeeper, but the stats showed you that Mendy was better than homeboy PSG goalkeeper.
And it was so
weird. Yeah, and it was so weird. They showed you the voting in some places, and Cristiano Ronaldo did not even make the top 5 in Portugal. So I'm like, what is going? It was crazy. So for me, I think they can do away with the award now. It's like just keep young players award and leave out the madness, because 7 for Messi. When them tell Messi say him, I will just say no, keep it somebody else. Just never make no sense. But the goalkeeper one was kind of crazy, and I thought Mendy was robbed.
Yeah, Paul Kennedy of Soccer America, who says the criteria given, says, quote, this is a selection criteria we're given every year. 1, individual and team performance in 2021 calendar. 2, talent and sportsmanship of the player, and 3, the player's overall career, end quote. I mean, I don't know why overall career have to do with 2021, but big up to Alexis Putuedas of FC Barca. I thought she was absolutely fantastic. And the Women's Football Report is ready. Kadish Fishley can talk about the Ballon d'Or, the latest Ballon d'Or winner. Kadish, what go on, family?
Hey, what's up? Much?
Yeah, so long time when I say, and you forward when Ballon d'Or get handed out to a Barca lady.
I mean, I can't be too upset about it. I have a problem with the final tally, but she deserved it fully. She deserved it a lot, actually.
Okay, so she was a standard bearer in women's football. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
All right. What else are going on in the Women's Football Report? A long time when I see you, so I know you have a lot to talk about.
Well, I'm really excited to be on today because, as you can see, I'm in my Chelsea shirt.
Yeah.
There was the FA Cup final that should have been held last year, but it was pushed over because of COVID restrictions. And Chelsea ran out 3-0 winners versus Arsenal. And to be completely fair about that, I don't think anybody expected it. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I didn't expect the way how we beat Arsenal. I didn't expect it and I think Arsenal fans wouldn't say they expected it either because of what happened at the start of the season and how they outplayed us. But you have to give credit to Emma Hayes. She saw what happened in that first match, and she came with a game plan, because I'm looking at the stats and Arsenal has not had one shot on target. Well, Chelsea has had 16 shots and 8 on target. So that to me is a pretty efficient system. And then when you look at the stats, it's 64% Arsenal to Chelsea women 36. But when you look at, if you're watching the game, you will realize that the 64% is mostly in Arsenal's half. So Arsenal tried, but Chelsea was just the better team today.
Yep. And Sam Kerr scored a very, very beautiful chip. I mean, Sam Kerr is a baller, and we all know that already. And if you're not watching Sam Kerr, you're missing some serious ball.
Yeah. And the funny the funny thing is, the first half, I was so frustrated with her because she could have had a hat trick in the first half, and no idea, but she took her chances in the second half. And that second goal was just class.
Yeah.
Any forward in the world, male or female, that is one of the best goals I've seen in a while.
So all of the Boogie Yaga rough touch forwards who have not first touch, maybe Lukaku looking at you should link Sam Kerr. All right, what else going on in women's football? I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I actually saw a tweet that says asking if we can start Sam Kerr versus Leeds in the week instead of what we have. So I agree, but right now in women's football we have a big week coming up. Champions League is in this week. Arsenal have Barcelona. I don't think they have. I think they should have Barcelona. No. And Chelsea will be playing Juventus. So it's finalizing the group stage, because this year is the first time that we've ever had a group stage in the Women's Champions League, and I've spoken about that before. And been any upset? Well, there has been an upset. Juventus beat Wolfsburg in the last round, and I don't think anybody was expecting that. So it's a 3-way fight now for the top 2 spots between Chelsea, Wolfsburg, and Juventus. So there should be some good games coming up.
Yeah, and Arsenal went out and got a big transfer in the offseason. Are you you expect them to be competitive against this Barca outfit, the standard bearer in the women's football on Wednesday when they play in the Champions League? Or Thursday when they play in the Champions League?
Um, Arsenal can't beat Barcelona.
Yeah, no,
They will
we
not
know
beat
so them
Barcelona.
can't beat them, but just be competitive. Um, Meaning that
Uh,
don't get 20.
no, they're not going to get 20. They're probably going to get 4.
Okay, okay,
Ar-
okay. And
Ars- Arsenal might score 1.
okay, okay. And through your eyes and through your lens, I mean, is Football Club Barcelona still the benchmark in women's football in Europe this year again?
It. Uh, I don't
I
want.
mean, know it's hard for you to say because you're a Chelsea fan.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be biased, but it's based on how you want to play.
Okay.
Because they still play the Barcelona way that we've known from back 2008, the tiki-taka football.
Yes.
They play that way. So if you want to emulate your team like that, then Barcelona is the team to look at. But if you want an efficient team that don't really need to hold on to possession, the best 2 teams right now in women's club football is Barcelona and Chelsea. And I'm not being biased.
Yeah.
This is based on what I've seen, top 2 teams.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the finals again this year.
Okay, so you're anticipating a rematch in the Champions League final between the two of them?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't think it will go the same way it did last time.
Yeah, but last time you did say Chelsea have a chance and afford them get.
Yeah, I did say that. But knowing this Chelsea team and seeing what they've done over the years,
yes.
Listen, if Arsenal did not beat Chelsea at the start of the season, Arsenal may have had a chance today.
Okay.
But Chelsea takes every loss personally.
Okay.
And I know they came out to show Arsenal that this is not the team that you beat in September.
Okay.
So, and I think if they were to meet Barcelona, it would be the same thing. This is not the Chelsea team that you beat the last time.
Right.
And they will show it.
All right. As it pertains to women's football, Khadija Bonisha, any updates on the family at Man City, how she's doing?
She hasn't really been playing over the last few weeks. She's been out of the squad for a couple of weeks, and then she came back, and I think she scored in the in the League Cup. I need to double check. But Man City was having a third time for the last few weeks. They've had an injury list that nobody would want. Like, I think around 8 or 9 regular team players are out injured, but they seem to have turned a corner. So we should be seeing them performing at optimum level in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And any other news before we go to yard ballers?
I want to make one point before.
Yes.
The last 2 weeks was the international break for the women's team. Mexico played, Canada played, USA played. These are the 3 teams, 3 of the teams that we have to worry about in CONCACAF. And yet still Jamaica cannot get a match during international break. So these are the things that I'm looking at and I'm worried about. How is it going to affect our chances going to the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand?
Yeah, and qualifiers do kick off sometime next year, right? In what?
In
February.
Yes. So again, and there's no more international break until February. So.
Oh, okay. But do we even have a coach for the Reggae Girls?
Oh, they're going to find one.
Okay.
They're going to wait until a month or 2 weeks before the tournament, and then you're going to say, for this time, we're going to appoint one of the regulars.
Okay.
And then when we don't make it, you're going to hear all the excuses that we've heard all the time. It's just one thing after another with the JFF when it comes to the Reggae Girls.
It's something that fell off the radar. I mean, I know former Coach Busby, is out, right? He's officially out, right?
Yes, I think that was the case. Yeah. And we haven't heard anything. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we'll see. It's very sad, and it's the same thing we see on both sides, you know.
Exactly.
At least
I can't even say the women's team is being treated poorly. The teams overall are just being treated poorly.
yes, the JFF is definitely consistent. Definitely consistent. All right,
Yes.
yes. All right, family. Any other major news in the women's football report you want to highlight?
No, nothing this week.
Yep, yep. Big up to your Chelsea team. Congrats. Congrats, and go and enjoy the WSL. I guess you guys will win that. Big up on yourself. And Champions League action coming up this week. How can fans watch that game again? Are they on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. There's another which is DAZN football. They have all the games. All the games. Once it's on, they have it on YouTube.
All right, family. All right. Bless up yourself. Really appreciate it. Stay safe, family.
All right, bye.
All right, football family, women's football report with the one and only Coach Kadish Fishley. Let's step to Yard Ballers. Come on, Yard Ballers, Jody Brown. I guess we should have asked about Jody Brown and FSU making the NC2A final, but you will cover it in a Yard Ballers, I presume. Yard Ballers.
Yeah, so Jody Brown, I think it's what, December 8th. So we are, where am I put it? We're supposed to watch it at the
December 6th is the final against BYU.
Yeah, hold on. I sent it to you. I remember it there. Anyways. Yes. So Quarterberg, Alvas, Andre all missed Phillies game in the playoffs today. They were placed in COVID restrictions, and it can be a whole bunch of things. And it's so weird because Jim Curtin said all the players on Philly were vaccinated. So, you could break through cases. They are the only Jamaicans left in the MLS playoffs, but unfortunately, Philly lose, so we're not having no more Jamaicans in the playoffs. LA Galaxy declined O'Neal Fisher's contract, so he's a free agent looking for another team. Junior Flemings will no longer be with Birmingham in USL, so he's looking for another team. Shamar Nicholson had a brace today for his team. I think something was going on. Flares were being thrown and the game was suspended. But he had 2 goals. He had a lovely chip. If you didn't see it, go and watch it. Shamar Nicholson, our girl. Stephen Gerrard says Leon Bailey will be out for a minute with a muscle injury. So we don't expect him back before Christmas. So it's still going to. I mean, you still have to see, how is it going to be when it comes to the World Cup qualification in January. And then Drew Spence and Chelsea women won the FA Cup today versus Arsenal. And we all know that Drew Spence is now a part of the Reggae Girls, one of our players, and she had a solid game today. Jody Brown again. I went Benton, you never look. I never look.
Yeah, Jody Brown and FSU are in the NC2A champion national championship game, right? Big chance for Jody Brown and Florida State to lift that title. They've been playing quite well. They defeated Rutgers in the semifinal. So is this what Jody's senior year or junior year? Come on, you remember?
I don't remember.
So Jody Brown and family.
3 years now.
Yeah. Jody Brown and family doing well. Yeah. Football family, once we get the actual day of the match, we'll go out and we'll go ahead and send it out on our respective social media platforms. Make sure you check it out. Jody Brown and FSU against BYU in the NC2A Women's College Cup final. Any final thing? We got Champions League coming out. Any other thing that you want to chime in before we go my out? Come on.
No, that's it.
Yeah. So
it's Jody Brown and Florida State Seminoles are in the national championship final. Final is December 6th at 8 p.m. on ESPNU. So be sure to watch Jody Brown.
December 6th on ESPNU. All right, football family, really appreciate you taking the time. Really appreciate you taking the time. I thank you. We want to thank you for joining us. We're back every Sunday. We do this live, family. Really appreciate you. Go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Champions League coming up this week. We'll see if Mendy make another mistake. Hopefully, good luck to Mendy, a good youth. Good luck to him and his Chelsea outfit. Barcelona. Come on, Barcelona. Will they make it to the next round? Champions League coming up this week. Big game for them.
Europa, them a player.
Europa, them a player.
Europa, them a talk about this is Chavez's first loss since taking over. Get used to it. Get comfortable for the losing seat. Because I don't know what that is. Whoever I'm of is not it.
Champions League big game final match day 6 in the group stage. Of course, Liverpool already booked their spot to the next round. Atletico Madrid also trying to get in. Big games coming up this week. Big game. Football Family will give you update on our social media platform Tuesday and Wednesday of those games. You can join us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ball Chat 1. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Come on, we are no family.
Bye.